This is Channel 4. More unrepeatable late-night comedy now from Who Dares Wins. But don't blame us.
We thought we'd kick it off tonight by looking at some of the headlines in tomorrow's newspapers. We've got a few early editions here, and the big story in the Sunday Mirror is Maxwell in cabinet reshuffle.
It's an amazing story, isn't
It's
it?
a hell of a big story. Yeah, what he's done, he's moved the drinks cabinet from the lounge
Right.
onto the patio, which is a radical furniture change.
He's a
for
brilliant man,
Maxwell,
isn't he?
yeah.
Brilliant.
It's very clever.
Any other big stories in there, Rory?
Yes, there are indeed. Maxwell cuts toenails.
Marvellous.
Dog barks at Captain Bob. Sir Robert puts up shelves all by himself. Great.
He's had a very, very busy
great
week,
guy.
hasn't he? Yeah.
Fantastic. What about the Sunday Express, Jim?
Well, they've got a shocker here on the front page. It's a Chapman Pincher exclusive, and it reads, Khrushchev may have been working for the Russians. Bit of inside info there from Chapman.
The cat among the pigeons in
Absolutely,
Whitehall,
yeah.
isn't it?
But I think the perfect headline this Sunday is from The People, and it reads, Royal Corgi gives Dirty Den AIDS scare. It's got everything, hasn't it, really? Notice the interesting use of the word scare here, just in case the story isn't true.
Interesting enough, the Sunday Sport is widening its appeal. Apparently, the photos of naked women are now going to have little news stories printed on various parts of the anatomy.
That's a good idea. Obviously, they're trying to break into a new area.
Yeah, I think basically they're aiming for men who like to masturbate over nude ladies,
Yeah.
but who also want to keep well informed about current affairs.
Obviously killing two birds with one stone there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Julia.
Well, we're very privileged tonight to have one of the front runners among the 1988 American presidential candidates. So will you welcome, please, Bonzo the Chimp? Now, Bonzo has come along here with his press agent, Mr. Jed Brogan. Now, Jed, if I could come to you first.
Right.
I understand that Bonzo already has a lot of support in the Reagan camp.
Oh, yeah, we think Mr. Reagan's supporters see in Bonzo the same integrity, the same intelligence, and the same sense of humor they love in their president.
So is Bonzo just another Reagan?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, he can ride a unicycle, which President Reagan can't. Look at that face. Look at that. It's open, sincere, intelligent, fully comprehending. That is the face we think of the perfect presidential candidate.
Yes. I believe there's been a mention in the press of an embarrassing scandal in Bonzo's past when he urinated over the Brazilian ambassador.
No, you're thinking of Gerald Ford, actually. No, Bonzo is Mr. Clean. There's been no tax evasion, no drugs, no women in his past.
Yeah, granted, but then Bonzo is a chimpanzee.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you're going to drag personality politics into this, we're going to have to terminate the interview here, eh, Bonzo? Can we end there, please?
brain and a lost moment of Charlie Chaplin. Just one of many recently discovered outtakes, movie gems which go to make the undiscovered Chaplin.
Afternoon, Mrs. Didcot.
Good afternoon.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I think I'd like some nice rabbit.
Well, you're in luck. We got a lovely rabbit. Came in fresh this morning. Ah. Here we are. Right. I'm going to kill the rabbit.
But do you have to?
Oh, I see. You want to kill it at home? Fair enough, a rabbit.
No, I don't want to kill it at home. No.
You want it for a pet?
No, I want it for a stew.
I see. Well, you have to kill it first, otherwise it'll eat all the vegetables. Well, it's got to be killed sometime, Mrs. Didcot.
Yes, but, I mean, do you have to do it in front of my eyes? I mean, good God, man, it's obscene.
Oh, I see. Posh lady from the big house doesn't want to see the common man doing her killing for her. I see. That's not for rich folk, is it, eh? The killing, the splintering of the bone, the spraying of the blood, the death cries. Aye, that's what it's like. But your kind don't give a damn, do you, eh? It's like the First World War all over again.
I thought they did it in the abattoir.
That's right. Let the boys from the abattoir do it. Those that haven't been driven half mad by the endless carnage day after day.
Look, I know it's a messy job,
Oh,
but I don't...
do you? You know what it's like, do you? I've written a poem about what it's like. Do you want to hear my poem?
Actually, I'm a little rushed for time.
I said, do you want to hear my poem?
Yes, I'd love to hear your poem.
What passing bells for those that die as poultry? Only the monstrous anger of the cleaver. That's called Anthem for a Doomed Rabbit, is that?
Yes, it's very, very moving. Now, perhaps I could send Mrs. Sims round to collect it later, so how much do I owe you?
£2.43 is the cost of the rabbit.
£2.
Of course. You can't measure the human cost. The pain. The black deadness in a man's soul.
Right. £10 towards the black deadness.
£10 for a dead soul?
All right, 20, 30. I'll have it collected later. Goodbye.
Here, Ted.
Right?
I got 30 quid from Mr. Didcot for this rabbit.
You aim as well done, lad.
Ah, Mr. Scott Hetherington, what can I do for you today?
I'd like a nice piece of veal, please.
Right, I've got some out back. Help yourself.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Why don't you go with that now?
I will.
It's right sharp.
Reports are coming in that Princess Diana might just possibly be pregnant. So far, there's been no official confirmation, but eyewitnesses report seeing the princess sitting down at a public function. We go over live to Dennis Hughes at Buckingham Palace.
Well, I'm here in the Buckingham Palace toilet, the very toilet which Princess Di is thought to have used this morning. And I can now reveal that there are, in fact, traces of vomit around the inside of the bowl. At least I think it's vomit. It could be lumps of congealed vim, but I reckon it's vomit. Whether, of course, it's Princess Di's or not, well, we shall have to wait and see. With that, back to the studio.
All very exciting. Now, with me in the studio, I have Audrey Chubb. Audrey, you're a royal watcher. What does this entail?
Well, Tony, basically, I follow the royals around and I watch them.
Sounds terrific. A really great career.
Yes, it is.
Tell us, is Di pregnant?
Well, I think she might possibly be pregnant, yes. But there again, she may not be. You see, there are two ways of looking at it. But either way, it's very exciting. I mean, it gives the whole country the most enormous lift. I mean, she is the most amazing woman. She has babies, she goes dancing, she wears pop socks. I don't know how she finds the time. She's an inspiration to us all.
This will be her third child, won't it? She must be very fertile.
Fecund. She is fecund. And, of course, Charles is incredibly potent, a stud. Together, they are the most fantastic biological success story. Of course, they are helped by the male Windsor ears, which are especially good for mating, as they give you something to hang on to.
And all this is included in your latest book?
Yes, my new book, Princess Di, a Fantastic Woman, yes.
But this isn't the first book that you've written on the subject.
Oh, no, Tony, no. It's my 946th book about her. Of course, she is more than a mere woman. She is, in a very real sense, a goddess. And in the spring, I'm bringing out my new book, Princess Diana, the Celestial Goddess. And in that, I'll be discussing the fact that she is immortal, that she did, in fact, spring from the loins of Zeus when he visited her mother, the Countess Spencer, in the guise of a swan, and also her early years on Mount Olympus.
More recently unearthed outtakes, which show the magical chaplain at work. Here we see him in romantic mood with leading lady Irene Daniels. This scene was sadly never completed. And it proved to be Irene's last picture with Charlie.
We want to know who your controller is. We want to know if your unit is still active. Which of our people are your contacts? What operations are planned?
Of course, you're a brave man. You'll resist. You'll do it first.
You'll hate us. Hate us. And then, by the end, you'll love us. When we stop, you'll love us, and then you'll confess.
You'll want to confess. You will tell us everything. Contacts, codes, everything. You will tell us absolutely everything.
Very well. Let's begin.
I'm a spy.
What?
I'm a spy. Yes, I'm a spy. I'm a jolly old spy.
You don't understand, you see. You will resist. And then after, when we've turned you into a broken, gibbering wreck, then you will confess again.
Oh, and my contact is Leonid Grigorov.
Hang on.
We are active, and my safe house is at 14... What's the matter?
We haven't started yet. We haven't used our new kit.
We've been waiting months to use this.
See, it does nipples and testicles at the same time.
Won all sorts of awards.
Oh, it's all right, because I'll tell you everything. You want to know the name of my contact at MI6?
No, not this thing.
Shut up! Look at all this gear. How much do you think that cost? It's not there for fun, you know.
You know, people make this stuff, you know. Working people, decent people with families. Do you want to put them out of a job?
Well, I'm sorry, it's just that I know I couldn't stand torture.
Well, how do you know until you tried? You might be quite good at it. You might have that certain knack.
Yes, like windsurfing.
Right. You've got to give it a fat crack of the whip, eh?
Look, I tell you what. We'll ask you something else, okay? And then you try and hang on as long as you possibly can.
Right?
I'll try.
Okay.
Just for us? Yeah. Okay, right. Right. What's your cell leader's code name?
Ulysses!
You're not even trying! We're going to have to ask him something he couldn't possibly know.
What is my wife's middle name?
Well, how the hell could I put...
Right, here we go!
So, you won't talk, eh?
Carol?
You jelly bugger!
Delicious wine, Ian.
Guess where it's from? Excellent nose, good colour, fine claret, certainly.
Wrong, I'm afraid, and far from fine Bordeaux in price. Nicola?
Well, definitely French.
Nope. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria?
Yes, one of the world's leading wine exporters. Wine that fooled you all. Zdrave.
Bulgarian wine, an education in itself.
This is where it all began. Where the twiglets first appeared. Soon the whole village was nobbled by these strange-looking snacks. The military were overrun. World leaders were powerless to resist that whole wheat, savory taste. Now the Twiglets have taken on a new guise. You're not even safe on the streets. Have they got to you yet? Till we meet again in the Twiglet Zone.
These are just some of the Legion companies who've moved to Peterborough since the Romans did. Free-phone Peterborough for more about the Peterborough effect. It's been working for centuries.
When spots are a nightmare, remember spots hate Clearasil. Its cleansing and antibacterial action helps prevent spots going bump in the night.
This man made a lot of money. He traveled the world and became a huge success in a cutthroat business by persuading complete strangers to give him their valuables. Unfortunately for Captain Kidd, Eagle Star weren't around at the time, so he put his money into an obscure offshore tax haven. And when he came back, he found he'd lost the lot. Take care of your treasure. Ask your financial advisor about Eagle Star's investment plans. Because with Eagle Star, you can face the future with confidence.
Martin Barnett's sofa sleepers with folding mechanism and 7-inch mattress have got the competition worried. Buy direct from Martin Barnett of Bulstrode Street. Prices start from just £399.
Great lager. I'm telling you.
There's only one thing as appealing as a packet of Trebor soft mints, and that's a packet of Trebor spearmint soft mints.
Later astronomy. We'll be looking at the Jewish comet Shmeli's Comet, which comes around once every 76 years but never rings his mother.
And also, all the way from Russia, and this is a first for British television, we'll have the Chernobyl Singers, who will be giving us their version of the old Tom Jones hit, The Purple, Purple Grass of Home.
Over the next few weeks, we'll be giving useful hints to fifth formers, and this week a subject dear to most teenagers' heart, contraception. There are many forms of contraception on the market. There's the cap, the pill, or your parents coming home early from the pub. But the most common form is the sheath, the condom, or as the recent government pamphlet calls it, the thingy. There are two ways of purchasing these essential items. For example,
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like a packet of Fisherman's Friends, please.
wrong. Now look at this approach.
Come on, shop! Come on, I haven't got all day. There's girlies to hump out there.
Can I help you, sir?
Ah, yes, a dozen of your finest condoms, please. 5 blue, 2 stripy, 4 standard, and 1 with the little rubbery horns on for extra stimulation.
Certainly, sir.
I want to try them on.
I don't think that's possible, sir.
Oh, I think it is. Come on, I'm not going to lash out on a dozen feather-light without trying them on for size, am I? Come on, give us a hand, come on. I don't want them flying off and whacking me in the face.
There we are, the correct way to buy the condom.
And later on, we'll be asking the question, Gareth Hunt, actor or rhyming slang?
Darling. I've got something to tell you. I've been putting it off.
What is it, love?
Well, it's just while you were away in France, I got very lonely and very depressed, and Gary came round and we made love just once. I don't know why. I'm really sorry. I really regret it.
Hey, come on. You know you can always tell me everything. I understand.
You do. You mean you're not angry?
No. Now
I don't believe in bottling these things up, do you?
Actually, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. It's just that I made love to your sister Jean, and I'm sorry.
Oh, I understand. You were lonely. Was it when I was away?
Yes, you were away, upstairs in the bathroom.
But it wasn't anything serious between...
No. It was just that you were upstairs out of harm's way, and I'd always fancied Jean, and I thought, what the hell, why not?
But it's not been a long-term affair. But good.
Although there has been a long-term affair.
Go on.
A woman called Susan. I'm sorry, darling. I should have told you.
Was since when?
1972. Although we didn't get married till 1979.
But you married me in 1978.
Yes, I know. It was wrong of me not to tell you. I'm sorry. You're not angry, are you?
No.
I didn't want to marry her. It was just that after she'd had my 5th kid, she said that if we didn't, she'd tell the Israeli Secret Service about my trips to the clinic in Geneva.
Clinic?
Well, no, it's all right, darling. Don't be frightened. Nothing to worry about. I just went there to have my fingerprints surgically removed.
But
it's a very good clinic. It's the one that I went to get my face completely altered in the 50s, so that people wouldn't stop and point at me and say, oh, look, there goes Martin Bormann.
You're Martin Bormann.
Oh, I've made you miserable. I'm sorry, I wanted to tell you, honestly, I did. When we were watching that documentary about the mystery of my whereabouts, I was dying to tell you, but I don't know, I just couldn't, but I can't deceive you any longer. I'm a bigamist. I've got 5 kids by another woman. I'm Martin Bormann, the Nazi, and I'm wanted for war crimes by the whole free world. Ooh. Oh, what a relief to get that out in the open. You're right, darling, you're so right. It's wrong to keep things all bottled up.
Yes.
Inadvertently marrying Martin Bormann is just one of the many problems people have been writing to me about. For instance, a Mr. and Mrs. Concerned of Rugby write, Dear Rory, we're worried our son is a homosexual, but he refuses to talk to us about it. How do we tell if he is? Well, there's only one sure way to tell. That is, shagging men. If he shags men, he is. If he doesn't, he isn't.
Later on, Edwina Curry entertains the Invisible Man. But first...
Hello.
Hello.
We're the most advanced of mammals. We're warm-blooded and it's true that in some respects we are a lot like you.
We have brains as big as yours. We've got language too.
And yet...
There's one crucial difference that we should not forget. Humans are stupid. Humans are stupid. The most stupid creature in the world by far.
It's a scientific fact that man is thicker than the wombat.
Only humans read the Daily Star. They work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and then drop dead from stress.
Basically, humanity is
just one hell of a mess.
Things like
bloody traffic
at least 60 times an hour.
The most stupid of their species, they'll vote them into power.
Humans are stupid, stark-staring stupid. They're dull and dim.
Some of them are Swiss.
We've always got their face full.
They make hippos look quite graceful. Have you ever seen a human manage this? Now you never hear a dolphin say,
Tits like melons.
Have a nice day.
and a dolphin wouldn't be so dim.
To pay good money just to watch us swim.
Or walk on heels that deform the hips, or let hot noodles pass our lips.
Dolphins don't drink anything that turn you into an embarrassing brat.
Oh, I can't look. We don't throw up through the night.
Basically, we're far too bright. Woo! Yeah!
No. The humans are morons, the most moronic morons. They like to fill their lungs right up with tar.
They find Joan Collins pretty.
Think Giles Brandreth's witty. That's how stupid humans really are. They can't survive forever. They make die